Welcome back to Health Tips, folks, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. Let's be frank, it's no secret that we all want to be healthy. And when we see labels in the grocery store that promise to get us there, it can be tempting. But organic food in particular has piqued the interest of many hopeful buyers lately. What even makes the food organic compared to the food we're already eating? And will we see any real results from switching over? Or is it just another marketing ploy designed to take our hard-earned money away from you? Today, we're going to get to the bottom of this. So we ask, is organic food actually healthier? Before we unfold the truth, remember to click the subscribe button for more useful health tips content. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video discussion. Now, first thing first, what actually makes food organic? What do the companies mean when they slap the organic label on their food? After all, every apple has to grow from a tree somewhere, right? So how can one be more organic than another? As a matter of fact, organic farming describes the process itself. Put simply, companies are only supposed to label their food as organic if they meet a set of pre-approved standards and methodologies. There are standards for the quality of the soil, water, pollution levels, and the health and safety of the livestock. There are also certain practices that are forbidden in organic farming. Fertilizers must not be synthetic or sewage-based. Several chemicals and processes are forbidden or heavily restricted. In particular, when it comes to pesticides, genetic engineering, and drugs for livestock. In short, when a product claims to be organic, it means that the company claims that it has, to the best of its abilities, kept to a high ethical standard when it comes to the maintenance of their farms. In fact, it's illegal to label a food as organic in the US unless it meets strict government-regulated standards that affect every facet of the work on the farm. Food from a reputable company that has a USDA certification label can be trusted to have met stringent guidelines in the pursuit of more natural food. Of course, the stricter workload does mean the price has to go up, so while it is unfortunate, you can rest assured that there's a valid reason for the markups. Take note that the certification seal can vary. The best you can hope for is 100% organic, but even the lowest certification, made with organic, implies that at least 70% of the ingredients are certified as organic. We should also take a moment to acknowledge that foods labeled as natural are not the same as foods labeled as organic. Natural foods do not have artificial additives or preservatives, but that doesn't account for how the ingredients are prepared at the farm level. Put simply, a natural food has been prepared differently in the kitchen, while an organic food went through different experiences while it was still a living organism. So, is organic food better? While studies have not yet reached a decisive answer, more and more evidence suggests that there are benefits to organic farming. Organic foods do tend to have more nutrients, including vital omega-3 fatty acids and less risk of chemical contamination from pesticides and low-quality soil. That's why the short answer is yes. Based on the evidence we have so far, it does seem that organic food is better for you than conventional products on the shelf. But there's a catch. The differences in most nutrients tend to be small or even mathematically insignificant in some cases. If you ever thought, well, a tomato is just a tomato either way, then frankly, you were onto something. The differences in terms of vitamins and nutrients tend to be mostly negligible and aren't going to help you suddenly drop a few dress sizes or fight off a chronic illness, for the most part. Additionally, the financial cost can be as much as 50% higher or more. While we do want you to put your body's health first as often as possible, we are willing to acknowledge that such a significant hit to your financial health for such a minor upside may not be worth it to the average consumer who just wants to be healthier. That doesn't mean that there's no reason to go organic though. Sure, you're not going to become a supermodel overnight just because you had an organic power salad, but in order to be fair, we should examine the other motivations for going organic. First and foremost, the production of organic food may appeal to your personal moral standards. If you believe that filling a cow with growth hormones or airdropping literal tons of chemical pesticides over a farm are unethical practices, then eating food with an organic label can be a good way to make sure your voice as a consumer is being heard. Due to the strict standards in place, animals raised on organic farms do tend to be happier and healthier than their conventional counterparts. While this may not make a difference on the dinner plate, it could help ease your conscience if you've ever been a fan of factory farms as a concept. Additionally, while the nutritional value is undeniably similar, many customers do testify that organic foods taste better. Naturally, this is highly subjective. One person won't notice the difference at all, while another might swear that only one brand of iceberg lettuce is worth buying. Whether you're a food connoisseur or just trying to stay motivated to add certain foods to your diet, trying out the organic alternatives could be a compelling option for you. Also, while the health benefits may not be mind-blowing, there's still something to be said for having less pesticide residue on your produce. Thick-skinned fruits, in particular, are especially prone to residue. The chemical levels are typically low enough that a good rinse will make your apple plenty safe to eat. Since we're not as fragile as the humble aphid, but if you have the cash to burn, then feel free to go with your gut. But while we do recognize that there are some definite potential benefits to eating organic food, we are first and foremost a health channel. So we have to examine this based on the effect organic food has on the body. And the simple truth is, it's not all that different. A tomato really is just a tomato, and most of the vitamins and minerals you get from your food are going to be there, regardless of how the food is prepared or how the animals are treated. That's not to say that you shouldn't care about animal cruelty or chemical overuse, though. These are important issues that absolutely do deserve societal attention. But the answer we really want to know is organic food healthier for you and your body? It absolutely is better for the environment and the animals, no questions asked. But when it comes to what you're actually putting in your mouth, it is, at the end of the day, not much different than the conventionally prepared foods sitting right next to it on the store shelves. We're ultimately going to have to say that this one is a personal call. Is your moral objection to the unethical treatment of animals worth the price difference to you? Do organic brands taste better to you than traditional brands? If so, then organic food is a perfectly valid option. However, if you believe that factory farming is an unavoidable truth of the real world and that a little pesticide isn't a big deal as long as you wash it off first, then organic food might not be worth it for you. This is even more true if you're already finding your financial situation to be a bit tight, since no one would blame you for putting your family's bills first. Whichever side you prefer to take, just know that you're not going to be particularly better or worse off either way, at least in the terms of your body's health. The standards are different, the procedures are different, and the labels are different. But the choice definitely won't be the make or break health decision that makes you feel young again. This has been Health Tips. We try to follow up on every new food trend that comes up, from organic to avocado and beyond. So if you want to stay informed about what foods will make a difference for your body's health and which ones won't, be sure to like the video and subscribe to Health Tips for more useful information. Always remember, your health, your life, your priority.